Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how simple it is to make pita bread at home. You can dip it in some hummus or tzatziki, or open it up, stuff it with falafels or any sandwich for that matter, and so much better than store-bought. So do stick around. This is an awesome recipe. I am using my stand mixer. If you have one, I would recommend using it, but if not, you can do this by hand. So let's go ahead and just go for it. So you're going to begin with 1 cup of lukewarm water. Okay, next I have a teaspoon of cane sugar and a teaspoon of salt. I'm on the kick of the pink Himalayan salt, love it. A tablespoon of butter, softened, and also a tablespoon of olive oil. The secret to good pita bread is you want your dough a little on the sticky side. So I'm going to begin by adding 2 cups of flour. Okay. And then 2 teaspoons, one of these packets of active dry yeast is equivalent to 2 teaspoons, okay? So you can either use the jar or the packet, and you put the whole thing in. So 2 teaspoons of yeast, and I'll go ahead and get my dough hook attached. Lock it into place, and I'm gonna put it at number 2 to start. Okay, it's still really sticky, so I'm gonna add some more flour. I filled my cup measure about halfway. So we'll see how that goes now. Okay, we're getting closer. I'm gonna go ahead and add about 1/4 of a cup more of flour. And you just want it to form a nice ball and pull away from the sides. Okay, so that's what we want. The mixer has formed a nice soft ball of dough that all came to the center. So we're gonna pop that up. Okay, and you want it a little sticky, which it is. So you can go ahead and do a little quick kneading with your hands and smooth it out. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and drizzle a little olive oil in the bottom of my bowl so it doesn't stick. So go ahead and dip that in the oil on both sides, flip it back over. Okay, so you're gonna let your dough rise for about 1 to 2 hours, and then we're gonna break it into 8 pieces, and we're going to cook them in a skillet. They're gonna puff up really nice. It's gonna be amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and let this sit, and then I'll be back to show you the steps that we do next. Stick around. Okay, it's been about 2 hours, and the dough has definitely increased in size. It's about double what it was. And so I'm gonna just very lightly flour my working area, very lightly. We don't want it too floury. And pull out my dough. It's nice and soft and pliable, which is what we want. Little flour on top. Okay, and you want to press it out because we're going to cut it into pieces. So I'll just go with a pizza wheel down the middle, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, I'm gonna go with 10 instead. All right, because that dough puffed up so nice. All right. Okay, you can get a plate or a cutting board to put these on after. Okay, so basically you're just going to shape it into a nice smooth ball. Okay. Some are gonna be a little bigger than others. That's okay though. So yes, continue to shape each individual pita dough flatten and smooth out the top into a nice circle, and then we're going to roll those out and fry them up in a pan in a skillet. All right, so I'll finish these and be right back. Okay, so those are all nice and smoothed out into dough balls, and then I'm going to go ahead and get the skillet nice and hot because you want it very heated in order for these to, you know, puff up. So I'm just going to take that same plastic wrap and cover them so they don't dry out, clean this up and get my skillet, and then be right back. Okay, I've got the skillet heating up. We want to get it good and hot. So I have it on high heat, and as that heats up, let me try to make some room here to roll these out. So on a clean, dry work area, sprinkle just a little bit of flour, okay, not much at all, and then press your bread on both sides into the flour, and use a rolling pin and just roll it into a nice circle, about 1/4 inch thick, okay? If you roll too much, then chances are they're not going to puff up, and we want them to have that nice pocket. You can do a little stretching after you roll it and shake that flour off. Let's see, I think that pan is ready, so I'm going to go ahead and pop it in there. Okay, as that starts to puff up, you can go ahead and just continue to get these pitas rolled out. Okay, it's been a couple of minutes. There's a nice bubble that's starting to form, and it looks golden on the underside, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a flip. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, so then cook on the other side until it's equally as golden, and then pull them off. You don't wanna overdo them. Okay, I'm gonna make some room here on this cutting board. So that one is done, as you can see, both sides nice and golden. Put that there and go ahead and put our next pita on the pan. And as that pan continues to get hotter and hotter, they're gonna cook a little bit faster. But if you find that they're cooking too fast or seem like they're burning, definitely turn your heat down, which I just did. Okay, so I've got some beautiful homemade pita bread done here. It cooks pretty fast. You know, I mean, that's really the longest part. The dough is easy prep. It's got to rise for 2 hours, and then you cook each one in a skillet. If you have a bigger skillet, then you can do more than one at a time. And it is pretty quick. These smell amazing. So you can serve these at your next Middle Eastern feast. I'm just gonna cut one down the center and try to get a look inside. Oh my word. And as you can see, it's got that nice pocket that we can fill. Beautiful. Nice pocket to fill with some kind of delicious sandwich. So get busy and make some homemade pita bread, and you will for sure impress your friends and your family. Remember that all my recipes are down below. Share my videos with your friends and have yourself an awesome day. Take care.